What's up everybody, John from Old Running Farm here. In today's video, I'm going to show you 10 easy ways to trellis your tomatoes for as little cost as possible. Let's get to work. So we're going to start off here where we have our Trellis to Make You Jealous, patented by Josh Satin. We found this way of trellising tomatoes from Josh Satin on YouTube. It's pretty straightforward. It is just T-posts and then conduit, and then these little T's made of PVC. So we actually got this conduit for free on Craigslist. This is 1.5 inch conduit, and then this is a 2-inch T with a 2-inch PVC going down the post. Because you'll see further down the road, if you just have this T, it'll kind of wobble back and forth. But so basically, you pound the T-posts in, and then you use the conduit as a bridge, and then you tie your tomatoes up here. We use baling twine on these because that's what we had lying around. We're all about saving costs and reusing things. We have alpacas in the back, and we also have chickens, so we end up with a lot of hay, so we end up with a lot of baling twine. This is a great way to reuse that. If you were going to do all of this brand new, we'll just calculate the costs for one run. The conduit that you should get is 1/2 inch, which should be about $3 for a 10-foot span. Then you have 2 T-posts at $6 a piece. These little T's, which will be, I think, $1 a piece, and I'll check that. And then you can get these little pieces of PVC. You can get a 10-foot run of it for about $5 or so. Again, I'll double check that. So that brings the total cost to something. And so the way that this works is you tie it up to the conduit up top, and then you run the string down, tie it to the base, and then as this grows, you can just kind of wrap the twine or baling twine string. You can even use wire. You just sort of wrap it around the base, being careful with the leaves, and then that takes all of the weight off of the base of the plant, and then it can just kind of grow up this string. It's not the fanciest way of doing things, but it works out really well. And overall, it's a really cost-effective way of doing things. And so we just do a real simple double knot up here, so that way we can adjust. Really easy to adjust the knot. You know, you don't want to be pulling too much on the plant, but you just want it to be tight enough so that they stay there. And so this works really well for indeterminate varieties that are just going to grow and grow and grow and grow, because that main branch will just be supported all the way up here. I mean, you can see this one, a lot of the ones here are 4 or 5 feet tall, so working pretty well. So over here, we have 2 different versions. So we have an 8-foot long trellis with baling twine netting, and then we have a 4-foot long standalone wood cage. So this was actually, my wife and I had a little competition to see who could build a better tomato trellis. She won, oddly enough. And I'll link the video up here if you want to see how each one of these were built. But basically, this one right here was 2 2x4s that I milled down to 1.5 inch square, and then just put them together, set it across one of our rows, and then just real simply tied the baling twine in a net, so that when these grow up, you can kind of stick them out of the net and then they'll be supported. Easy to pick the tomatoes that way. And then this one works just like a tomato cage would, except it's bigger and much sturdier. And this was 4 1x4s that she cut down and screwed together. So between the 2 of these, the cost was less than 20 bucks. You know, so it's a real simple, real easy way, and you can customize it to whatever size you need. Whether you only have 1 tomato plant or if you have 30, you can, you know, make it longer to cover your whole row or make it shorter to just be the one. Very nice. So this one here is made up of 4 1x4s, which were about $2 or so a piece. And then you incorporate the screws. I mean, maybe 10 bucks for this. This one had two 2x4s, which were 3 bucks a piece, 6 bucks minus the screws. And then we just use baling twine, but you can use wire, you can use string, whatever you want. So the cost will change a little bit from there. So right here we have a very small teepee type of trellis where we just have 2 stakes crossed like that and then a bridging member going across like this. And it'll be very similar to the trellis to make you jealous, where once these tomatoes get big enough, which I guess this one is, we'll tie a little string here and come down to here. So this is a really simple, straightforward setup. You could do this with 2x2s or 1x1s that you get from the store. We did this with bamboo that we got for free on Craigslist. Once again, if you're looking for cheap, I would definitely check out Craigslist, their free section, sometimes even the farm and garden section. Also, Facebook Marketplace is a great resource for stuff like that. But this is pretty strong, and it works well for determinate tomatoes that are only going to grow to be a certain height. Yeah, so this for us cost us nothing because we used baling twine and this bamboo that we got for free. So, bing. So once again, this one right here is basically just a bigger version of the one that we just saw. This is for more indeterminate tomatoes. You can see they're much bigger on this side, so they just need to be a little bit taller. And then this is just another version. We got this bamboo again for free from an old garden center, and you know, we just stuck it into the ground, put these 2 supports on top, and then hang the string from there. So again, these cost us nothing, and you know, I think the important thing about this video is to just kind of show you that you don't need some fancy equipment. You don't need to go spend a whole lot of money to trellis your tomatoes. In the end, tomatoes are going to grow one way or the other. You know, you can try to make it better, but you don't need to spend a lot of money. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. John, that's a funny looking tomato. Anyway, so these are Dahlias, but the same principle still applies. We just pounded in 3 T-posts on the outside and then connected them to our alpaca fence with this string. And then that way the stems of the Dahlias grow up nice and straight. We can adjust it. We can, you know, once the bottom is secure, we can move the string and put it up, or we can add new string. I've also added a little piece right here that's just like a knot, and just that way, if it's leaning one way or the other, I can push it. So this, again, the cost of the T-posts, they're like $6. The string was 8 bucks, maybe less than that. You can probably get string for around 5 bucks. It doesn't need to be any kind of special string. We twine, whatever. It doesn't need to be super strong. It's just something to keep the stem straight up. So again, these are Dahlias, but same principle applies, and really simple, really straightforward. Again, doesn't need to be anything fancy, just has to work. All right, so now we've come to the really fancy portion of the video. 2 stakes and a little bit of garden wire. So this is getting close to our least fancy idea. These garden stakes come in a 6-pack that is about $8. So use 2 of these, and then you can use all kinds of different wire. This was something that we actually had left over from like 8 years ago. You could also just use string here. You just pound these stakes in. You string, again, you just need something so that the weight of the tomato fruit doesn't pull the stem over. Because as long as the stem is up, the fruit's off the ground and the leaves are off the ground, everything will be just fine. But so, again, this is a real, not very pretty way of doing it, but again, gets the job done. All right, so this one is really complicated, extremely sophisticated,
expensive,
super expensive, and I really only recommend it to tomato experts. It's called Stick in the Dirt. This is a little tiny bamboo stake that we found in the basement. And as you can see, it literally just goes along the main stem of the plant and holds it up. This, I would only say to use this for determinate varieties. So this is a cherry tomato. I don't know exactly which one this is, but so it's only going to grow up to be so tall, and it's going to have small fruit, so it won't be super heavy. And you can also use anything for this, whether it's a bamboo post or, I mean, you can even cut a branch down and stick it in there, anything that's going to support it. And now we have the almighty cattle panel trellis, the Homesteader Special. These work really well, and they're going to last for a really long time. These are by far the most expensive ones we have here. So it's one cattle panel per row. The cattle panels we have are 50 inches tall and 16 feet long. And so we have 3 T-posts, one on the far ends and then one right in the center. And then we just have them zip tied to each one. These work really great. You just kind of weave the tomato plant in between the little spaces. And you know, these cattle panels are super strong, super sturdy, and galvanized, so they're gonna last forever. So yeah, if you've got 16-foot rows of tomatoes, these are the perfect way to go. Especially for the indeterminate ones that are just going to vine out. Makes it really easy to prune them, and it makes it real easy to pick the fruit when they're all done. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you gleaned some information from us. I think the key thing here is no matter how much money you spend, you can always do the same kind of thing while spending less. You don't need to spend a whole lot of money to trellis your tomatoes. In the end, they're just going to grow. You know, put the seeds in the dirt, water it, grow food and share it. So thank you guys very much for sticking around to the end of this video. Really appreciate it. Please give this video a like, leave us a comment, let us know what you think, and as always, please subscribe. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye!